Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going on a French pastry adventure. We'll check out 5 amazing treats from France that will make you want more. From the famous croissant to the fancy macaron, we'll learn about their history, how they're made, and what makes them so yummy. No ads here, just delicious pastries. So grab some coffee, sit back, and let's get started. Okay, let's begin with the king of French pastries, the croissant. This iconic pastry has a rich history and a unique place in the world of baking. Originating from Austria, the croissant was adapted by the French and has since become a symbol of French culinary expertise. You can find this famous treat in every bakery in France. From the bustling streets of Paris to the quiet villages in the countryside, croissants are a staple in French culture. They are enjoyed by people of all ages, often paired with a cup of coffee or hot chocolate. It's made with simple ingredients: flour, water, yeast, sugar, salt, and lots of butter. But don't let the simplicity fool you. The quality of these ingredients, especially the butter, is crucial to achieving the perfect croissant. French butter, known for its high fat content, is often preferred for its rich flavor and texture. But making those light and flaky layers is hard work. The process, known as lamination, involves folding and rolling the dough multiple times to create thin layers of butter and dough. This technique requires precision and patience, as even a small mistake can affect the final product. The dough is rolled and folded many times with thin sheets of butter in between. This meticulous process is what gives the croissant its signature flaky texture. Each fold and roll adds more layers, creating a delicate structure that will puff up beautifully in the oven. This makes hundreds of layers that puff up in the oven. The layers are so thin and numerous that they create a light, airy texture that is both crispy and tender. It's a true marvel of baking science and artistry. As it bakes, the butter melts, creating steam that makes the dough rise. The steam is trapped between the layers, causing them to separate and expand. This is what gives the croissant its characteristic airy and flaky texture. The result is a light, airy, and buttery pastry. The golden brown exterior is crisp and crunchy, while the interior is soft and tender. It's a perfect balance of textures and flavors that is simply irresistible. When you bite into a fresh croissant, it's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. The layers flake apart, releasing a burst of buttery goodness. It's a sensory experience that delights the taste buds and brings a moment of pure joy. The buttery smell is amazing. The aroma fills the air, making it impossible to resist. It's no wonder that croissants are often enjoyed fresh out of the oven when they are at their most fragrant and delicious. Whether you eat it plain or with jam or Nutella, the croissant is a perfect example of French baking. Its versatility makes it a favorite for breakfast, brunch, or even a snack. No matter how you enjoy it, the croissant remains a timeless classic that continues to captivate pastry lovers around the world. Next, we have the elegant éclair. This classic pastry is made with choux pastry, a light dough that puffs up in the oven. Unlike croissants, choux pastry doesn't use yeast. It puffs up from steam. To make it, you mix water, butter, sugar, salt, and flour in a pan. You cook it until it forms a ball. Then you add eggs one at a time to make a smooth dough. The dough is piped into finger shapes and baked until golden brown. Once cooled, they're filled with cream, usually vanilla or chocolate. Then they're dipped in chocolate. The different textures of the éclair make it delicious. The crisp pastry, the smooth cream, and the hard chocolate all go great together. It's a fancy treat, perfect for a special day. Macarons, bite-sized wonders. These delightful little confections are a feast for the eyes and the taste buds. With their vibrant colors and delicate textures, macarons have become a symbol of elegance and indulgence. Now let's talk about macarons, those small, colorful cookies that have taken the world by storm. Originating from France, these treats are now beloved globally, found in patisseries and cafes everywhere. These little treats are made with almond flour, egg whites, and sugar, and they're tricky to make. The ingredients may seem simple, but the process requires precision and patience. But when they turn out right, they're amazing. The perfect macaron has a smooth, shiny top, a delicate, crisp shell, and a chewy interior. The secret to good macarons is the meringue. Achieving the right consistency is crucial. The egg whites must be whipped to stiff peaks, creating a stable base for the batter. You have to whip the egg whites until they're stiff, and add the sugar slowly. This gradual incorporation ensures the meringue is glossy and holds its shape. Then you gently mix in the almond flour. This step, known as macaronage, is where many bakers struggle. The batter must be mixed just enough to achieve the right consistency, but not overmixed. The batter is piped into small circles on a baking sheet. Precision is key here, as uniformity ensures even baking. Then, the magic happens. You let them sit so a skin forms on top. This resting period is essential for developing the characteristic feet of the macaron. This helps them rise and get those little feet around the edges. The feet are a sign of a well-made macaron, indicating that the batter was mixed and rested properly. After baking, the macaron shells are filled with things like buttercream, chocolate ganache, or even passion fruit or matcha. The fillings add another layer of flavor and texture, making each bite a delightful experience. There are so many choices. From classic flavors like vanilla and chocolate to more adventurous ones like lavender and yuzu, there's a macaron for every palate. Macarons are also gluten-free, which is great for some people. This makes them an inclusive treat, allowing more people to enjoy their deliciousness without worry. Whether you're enjoying them at a fancy event or just as a sweet treat at home, macarons bring a touch of joy and sophistication to any occasion. Their delicate nature and exquisite flavors make them a favorite for many. So next time you see these bite-sized wonders, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship and love that goes into each one. They truly are a testament to the art of baking. Tarte tatin, an upside-down surprise. Now for a pastry that looks and tastes amazing, the tarte tatin. This delightful dessert is a true testament to the magic of French baking, where even a mistake can turn into a culinary masterpiece. It's an upside-down apple tart with caramelized apples under a crust. The beauty of this dessert lies in its simplicity and the rich, deep flavors that come from caramelizing the apples. It was supposedly invented by accident in France in the 1880s. The story is as charming as the dessert itself, adding a touch of historical intrigue to every bite. The story goes that Stephanie Tatin, who ran a hotel, was making an apple pie and cooked the apples for too long. In a rush to save the dish, she covered the apples with pastry and baked it, hoping for the best. She covered the apples with pastry and baked it. To her surprise, when she flipped it over, the result was a beautifully caramelized apple tart that her guests absolutely loved. It was a surprise hit. The guests couldn't get enough of this new creation, and it quickly became a signature dish at the hotel. To make a tarte tatin, you arrange apple slices in a pan. The arrangement is crucial as it will be the top of the tart once it's flipped. Sprinkle them with sugar and butter and cook them until they're soft. The sugar and butter meld together to create a luscious caramel that envelops the apples. Then, you put pastry on top and bake it. The pastry acts as a lid, trapping the heat and allowing the apples to cook in their own juices, enhancing their flavor. When it's done, you flip it onto a plate. This moment is always filled with anticipation, as you reveal the beautifully caramelized apples and the golden, flaky crust. The warm, gooey apples and the buttery crust are amazing together. Each bite offers a perfect balance of sweetness and richness, making it a truly unforgettable dessert. It's a simple but elegant dessert. Despite its humble origins, the tarte tatin has earned its place in the pantheon of classic French pastries, celebrated for its unique preparation and delightful taste. Millefeuille, 1,000 layers of heaven. Finally, we have the millefeuille, a beautiful and tasty pastry. Millefeuille means 1,000 layers, and while it doesn't really have 1,000, it has a lot. This pastry is made with layers of puff pastry, similar to croissant dough, but without yeast. The puff pastry is baked until golden and crispy, then layered with cream or whipped cream. To make it, you spread filling on one layer of puff pastry, then add another layer on top. You do this 2 or 3 times, making a tall pastry. The top is usually dusted with powdered sugar or chocolate. The millefeuille is all about richness. The crispy pastry and smooth cream are amazing together. It's a dessert to enjoy slowly, bite by bite. Until next time, enjoy! Thanks for watching! I hope you liked this French pastry tour. From croissants to macarons, each pastry is special. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe for more. Tell me in the comments which French pastry is your favorite. Until next time, enjoy!